the mustache goes in and out of fashion. Sometimes it's everywhere. Then it disappears completely. Today, a mustache on a man's face doesn't surprise anyone, especially when paired with a beard. But where did this habit come from? And why do men keep growing mustaches again and again? It may have started as early as the Stone Age. About 100,000 years ago, a Neanderthal may have looked at his reflection in water, panicked, and decided something had to be done. He grabbed a seashell and used it like tweezers to pull out facial hair. 70,000 years later, another human sharpened a flintstone and began grooming his face more carefully. Since then, fashion has moved in cycles. Beards replaced mustaches. Mustaches replaced clean-shaven faces. Then everything reset, again and again. Today, around 14% of men prefer mustaches. That makes it the second most popular facial hairstyle after light stubble, which is chosen by about 1 in 4 men. Attitudes toward mustaches have always depended on culture, history, religion, and politics. In Western Europe, mustaches gained popularity in the 17th century. During the final years of Queen Elizabeth I's reign, full beards were admired. Her successor, James I, made neatly trimmed mustaches fashionable instead. In Russia, the spread of mustaches is often linked to Peter the Great. While he famously fought against long beards, his own signature look featured a prominent mustache. The late 19th century brought another dramatic shift. Scientists began warning that thick facial hair could harbor dangerous bacteria. In the United States and Europe, bearded men were suddenly barred from working in food service and other public-facing jobs. Mustaches, however, were still considered acceptable. World War I reinforced this trend. Soldiers with beards were more likely to die from chemical attacks because gas masks couldn't seal properly. Mustaches didn't interfere, so they stayed. But why not just shave everything off? In some cultures, mustaches are far more than fashion. In Turkey, they've been a core part of male identity for decades. Back in the Ottoman Empire, mustache styles signaled social class, income level, and even political views. That tradition still exists today. Nationalists often wear horseshoe-shaped mustaches. Supporters of Turkey's ruling party favor styles resembling 2 curved bone shapes. Even current and former presidents follow these visual codes. There's also the question of masculinity. Many men believe facial hair makes them look stronger and more dominant. A lack of facial hair is often unfairly associated with weakness, but biology tells a more complicated story. In 1993, anthropologist Ike Meinrad and biologist Karin Christensen from the University of Vienna studied 256 men aged 18 to 39 from Namibia and South Africa. They analyzed blood serum and saliva to measure levels of male and female sex hormones. Their goal was to understand how hormones affect facial and body hair growth. They found that high levels of male hormones do promote facial hair, but low levels don't necessarily prevent it. The real key turned out to be an enzyme called 5-alpha reductase. It converts free testosterone into dihydrotestosterone, the hormone that actually stimulates facial hair growth. If the enzyme is scarce, facial hair grows poorly, but this has nothing to do with sexuality or masculinity. Genetics play the biggest role. If your father or grandfather had a thick beard or strong mustache, chances are you will too. Ethnicity also matters. For example, facial hair generally grows more slowly and sparsely in East Asian populations. Interestingly, studies show that women often perceive men with mustaches as more masculine, reliable, and responsible. In 2001, American biopsychologist Nigel Barber analyzed population surveys from 1842 to 1971. He discovered that mustaches and beards become more popular when the male population is larger. Women in these periods were more likely to marry men with facial hair and reported higher marital satisfaction. They believed their partners were serious and less likely to cheat. So if you're thinking about growing a mustache, be prepared. People may start expecting more from you than before. That's the strange power of this simple strip of hair. And that's baby science for you.